Yo, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. All right, so listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm a little bit irritated. I'm a little bit annoyed at the situation. So I'm gonna be just a little bit more negative and more spicy and more shady than usual. All right, because I feel like I'm being tried. Right, I don't pull things out of I don't make it up. And I don't really, sometimes I misunderstand things, but some misunderstandings aren't my misunderstandings, and my misunderstandings or y'all's fans, their misunderstandings have nothing to do with me. Okay? If there's a misunderstanding, it's because you created the misunderstanding. Am I tripping? Okay, we'll talk about it in just a second. But listen, let's talk about the conservatives. So we mentioned Martell Holt. We're going to get into Martell Holt, still following Charlie Kirk. I think he watches the show, or somebody watches the show when they relate the message, and he's doubling down on the fact that he may be Mr. MAGA Man. Okay? Listen, I really don't care either way. That's just not my personal preference. I'm not finna date no conservative. That's just me. I'm not dating a Republican, and I'm not dating someone who voted for Trump. That is just me. That's my opinion. And this channel is about my opinion. I thought, okay. So a lot of the folks were in the comments saying there's nothing wrong with conservatism, and y'all need to stop acting like, one party is better than another, and I follow Fox News too, and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, ill. Like, no, absolutely not. Okay? Listen. One party is not better than the other. Hold on. I have some exhibits for you guys today. I actually have photos ready, queued up. One party is not better than the other. Who? You mean to tell me that y'all are representing the party of Marjorie Taylor Greene, Miss Space Lasers, Miss she didn't even know what the Holocaust was? Miss, she represents, a part of Georgia that she's not from. She's an implant. Okay, y'all know how in the music industry, they call them industry plants. She's literally an industry plant. She moved to a district in Georgia that she has no real ties to just to become a congresswoman. The dumbest woman in Congress under what party? The Republican Party. What does she consider herself? A conservative. Okay. So do I think the Democrats are better than that piece of trash? I absolutely do. Yeah. Okay. Dummy number one. Okay. Who's next? Dummy number two. Okay. No, this isn't RuPaul. His name is George Santos, a pathological liar. Do you think that I don't think that the Democrats are better than this fool on the screen? Lying about how his mother passed in 9/11, lying about being a drag queen, lying about his education, his job history, just a bona fide liar. The Republicans, they're dumb and they're liars. Okay. Right? Moving right along. Who else is a part of the Republican? The conservative movement. Who is this? Who is this? These are the folks that I'm supposed to be. Both sides are good. Okay, how Donald Trump say there's good people on both sides. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that country. So yeah, I do think the Democratic Party is better than that. That was January 6th of 2021, I believe. Yeah. I think the Democratic Party is better than that. Yeah. Okay, let me know when the Democrats do some shit like that. Okay? And then see if I'm going to vote for them, because I'm not. Moving right along. Oh, and let's not forget that this man right here incited it. Hold on. Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember that the man that they voted for, Mike Pence, because they voted for Trump and Mike Pence, they were on the same ticket. That's how the presidential election works. Whoever you vote for president, you automatically vote for their vice. Okay? They wanted to kill their own vice president that they voted in. Y'all think that's okay? For the folks that are under my comments saying there's nothing wrong with that. Now listen, it's not all conservatives are crazy. Not all Republicans are crazy like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Not everyone who votes Republican does dumb shit like this. But if we just focus on the policies, banning of the books, banning of the drag queens, banning of the trans resources, the election lies, the election deniers, not impeaching Trump. Yeah, that's what that party stands for. Foolishness. Okay. And who incited the insurrection? Who was twice impeached? No president has been impeached twice. The first president to ever be indicted on criminal charges. This fool, Cheeto-looking ass fool. Yeah, that one. And I'm supposed to support that? No. The Democrats, you're telling me that the Democrats aren't better than that? No. I hate to start the video off with such negativity, but y'all pulled it out of me. And so listen, I'm here to own it and stand in my truth and accept my past. Accept your past. Okay? Y'all need to accept y'all's past. No, I don't support this party. Yes, the Democrats are better. I don't care. Speaking of Donald Trump, did you guys know that this lady by the name of E. Jean Carroll is currently suing Donald Trump for, I think, her in the 90s at a department store in New York City? Did you guys know that? And y'all want me to believe that the Republicans are just as, nefarious as or the Democrats are just as nefarious as the Republicans? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Y'all want me to believe that conservative media is just as valuable as the alternative, as regular, reputable, legitimate news sources? No. Do y'all know that Fox News owes Dominion voting machines $787 million because they lied to the dumbasses who watched that network, saying that the election was stolen and that the voting machines were rigged? A dumb lie that could be easily disproven. Now they owe damn near $1 billion, which is the reason why y'all's precious Tucker Carlson, okay, Agent Orange #2 is off the air. But conservatism, there's nothing wrong with them. Child, that side of the country is Looney Tune. Okay? Nothing but Looney Tunes. How Candace Dillard called that girl Sesame Street. Okay, if Deborah is Sesame Street, that whole half of the country is Looney Tune. And I don't care who mad. I don't care who mad, and I don't care, including this man right here, Looney Tune. Hold on, let me find a picture of one of y'all's fave. I'm sick of the facade. I'm sick of the lies. I'm sick of y'all trying to play us. So it had been all over the internet for like 3-4 days. Martell and Sheree, did they break up? They unfollowed each other, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, he only follows 10 people. Like, who are these folks? And one of those folks were Charlie Kirk. Y'all know, if you watched the video from yesterday, we already talked about this. The first person is Charlie Kirk, a conservative, right-wing, far-right commentator, founder of Turning Point USA, which is nothing but a MAGA convention. And in my head, someone in my comments was like, well, I follow Fox News because sometimes I want to see what they're saying and whatever. That's different from this, y'all. Okay? If you could only follow 10 folks on Instagram and one of them folks is him, that's different. It's not like he follows actual people, other folks with other alternative views. If you only follow 10 and now 11 people on Instagram, that means that you value something very highly in all 10 people. Or 11 people minus 1, because we already know that he does not value Sheree. Okay? So for those of you saying, well, what's wrong with this and what's wrong with that and yada, 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 listen, it's my opinion. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you're shaped like a beanbag, you're shaped like a beanbag. I don't have to come up here and pretend like I see both sides like Chanel. Okay, this is not Frank Ocean. I don't have to come up here and pretend like, you know, to appease to Republicans and conservatives. I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do that. And if you support all of those photos that I just put up on the screen, if y'all support that bullshit, you're demented. Okay? I'm never going to vote for a party. I'm never going to put the Democratic Party. Now, I'm not saying that the Democratic Party and the progressives and the liberals, I'm not saying that those folks are perfect, but I'm saying that they're a lot better than a lot of the fools who think otherwise. And if you don't like that, then I don't know what to tell you. But it's given demented. I'll tell you that much. So anyways, about a couple of minutes after I dropped the video saying that Martell was not following Sheree, which I don't know why it happened after my video when the blogs had been talking about it. But he, you know, did not unfollow Charlie Kirk. Okay, 1776. What that mean? Right? So he continued to follow his precious Charlie, but also follows now his quote-unquote girlfriend, Sheree Whitfield. Sheree, you're sleeping with a MAGA man, allegedly. And if that's what you like, that's what you like. But at the end of the day, I feel like Sheree looks absolutely ridiculous. Sheree, you look absolutely less than smart. You look so silly dating this no good ain't. The fact that you would embarrass yourself this low just for a TV check, I think is quite embarrassing. I think it's sad. I think it's sad. I think it's sad. You look like a fool dating that man. Okay? But you know what? He's a MAGA fool. You're a regular fool. Two fools must be, you know, a match made in heaven. So that's that. Two fools can go ahead and be in love. Next. All right. So speaking of Sheree, and today's video is, a lot of it is responding to what was happening in yesterday's video. Let's go ahead and talk about Kandi Coated and her clique. I actually was at the OLG earlier today. Not by choice. So I'll just, you know, let that be known. I don't really have anything against OLG, but I would rather not be attending the restaurant, seeming as though it kind of feels like the Kandi Coated clique is kind of Kandi Coated coming for me. Okay? With a K. I say that because I spoke about this flyer. Okay? And in yesterday's video, I spoke about the fact that on Kandi's second channel, she's promoting this Speak On It for members only live on May 7th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So I'm assuming if you were capable enough to click on the video that you are watching right now, that lets me know that you are probably intelligent enough and capable to read, okay? Can everybody read watching? What does that say in big bold letters? Speak on it. Speak on it. Speak on it. Okay. Now, before I dive into the negativity, let's mention the positive. Let's mention the positive first. Shout out to Kandi Burruss Tucker and Todd Tucker. 24 hours after Kandi's first Emmy nomination, Kandi Burruss is nominated for a Tony Award. So listen, this is the power of manifestation. Congratulations to Kandi and Todd. The Tony Awards are nominated for Best Revival of a Play for August Wilson's The Piano Lesson. That was up there on Broadway. So that is super dope. I am stoked. Kandi deserves all the flowers. She works hard. She's a boss. She hustles. And she does all of those things. And she deserves the world. All right. So shout out to Miss Kandi Burruss Tucker. Right? Now, some people feel as though I should never say a bad thing about Kandi, or that I should never have a negative opinion or a negative thought or a negative perspective on Kandi Burruss Tucker because she came onto the platform, and that's just not the case. I built my platform through my perspective, and I'm going to continue to give my perspective. I don't drag Kandi, okay, but I'm not going to lick bottoms to get to the top either. Okay, so a lot of y'all got the situation up. Back to this damn flyer. Okay, so I gave y'all time to read the flyer while I was congratulating Kandi. That flyer do say speak on it, right? And it does say members only, right? So what does that mean? It means that she's going to be doing a speak on it live on May 7th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern for members only. Members only means that you pay. Okay, so the title of yesterday's video was Kandi Burruss charges for speak on it live. Now, was that the truth, or was that the truth based on this flyer? Jeopardy. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God, you can see my shea butter in the back. Ghetto. Stay moisturized, people. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, the truth. Okay. I'm glad we came to the consensus that the title was true based on the flyer that Kandi's people made. Okay. Now, I mentioned that Kandi had 2 separate channels. If you listened in my video, I mentioned that this was on her second channel, that she was doing this speak on it live, because that's what it says, speak on it for members only. And apparently there was confusion within the Kandi Coded fan base, where a lot of the fans thought that she was no longer doing her regular speak on it, but was going to be charging for the speak on it, which I never spoke to that. That is something that I never spoke on. I never said that Kandi was going to quit her regular channel and just charge y'all for the videos. I just said that she was charging for this specific live. So did I lie or did I tell the truth? Okay, do we need to play the Jeopardy music again? Okay. I'm taking my time because we're getting somewhere. We're building a story. I'm a little bit hyped today because y'all tried it. A lot of y'all tried. Y'all tried it. Okay, so sometimes Aaron, the real me, you gotta come out. Yeah, we gotta get into some things. Okay, because Kandi, love you, girl. Woo. Okay, listen, I supported you today. Bought a $30 drink at your restaurant today. Okay, so I'm not a hater, and I support the girls on RHOA, and I support the black businesses. But I was too through yesterday because Jamie, okay, someone on Kandi's team, Jamie does all of her social medias, and she does the videos and the podcasts and the photography and the PR and all of those things. I f with Jamie. Okay, Jamie is my girl. Jamie is kind of like, you know, Kandi's right-hand man, okay? Well, Don Juan is her right-hand man, and Jamie's like her right-hand woman, right? And so I f with Jamie. But Jamie came under the comments yesterday and said this. Okay, oops, I got rid of it. Okay, hold on. Oops, I got rid of it again. Why is it doing that? Okay, House of Glam, that's Jamie. She works for Kandi. Hey, Jamie. She said, when did she charge for Speak On It? Because remember, my title said Kandi Burruss charged for Speak On It live. Okay, so Jamie asked under my comments, when did she charge for Speak On It? Then I respond with, that graphic didn't say Speak On It for members only. And then Jamie responds with, the flyer said live at 9:30 p.m. for members only. Yeah, it does say live at 9:30. Yeah, it does say that. But it also says at the top, at the very tippy top, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Then in bold font, the biggest font on there says Speak On It. Then members only. Then live on May 7th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So I'm confused. When did she charge for speak on it? Does that graphic not say speak on it? Like, now, I know I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. Okay, y'all all like to say that I'm very similar to Portia, that I'm cute but dumb. But I guarantee you, baby, I'm a lot smarter than what I lead on. When I come onto the YouTube streets, I try to show some humility. I don't try to act like a know-it-all, okay? Because I actually know a lot more than what I, lead on. I'm actually way more intelligent, and I could really be talking about much more complex topics and issues other than housewives. I could be talking about world wars and politics and world issues, but I spend my time having fun with y'all kikiing about housewives. I'm a lot more intelligent than what y'all give me credit for, okay? I want to really honestly talk about what the ladies of The View talk about. But I know y'all like tea. So I really and truly and honestly dumb myself down to talk about the very trivial things that are happening on reality television. And that's just the honest to God truth. So when people really try to play on my intelligence, I be like, girl, do you know who do you know who I am? Okay. So what was confusing to me, and that's not directed towards Jamie, that's directed towards everybody who watches. Stop trying to play me like I don't have a brain, okay? I am not Michael Jackson, the Scarecrow in The Wiz, searching for The Wiz to garner a brain. I have one of those. So I said, does the graphic not say speak on it for members only? And so she never confirmed that, but it does. I'm not lying about that, and I know how to read. So the discrepancy was that the fans thought that speak on it was no longer going to be free, but the detail that a lot of them did not know was the fact that this was just an extra piece of content on top of the speak on it. Okay? But that sort of confusion, that's not for me to clear up. That's for Kandi's team to clear up. Okay? So that's that. So this is kind of how I felt. Hold on, let me get rid of this. This is kind of how I felt when I'm like, oh, this is what?
I don't want you. You're loud. You came up here like really abrasive.
Well, you're being abrasive right now.
I'm really not.
You just
abrasive. I with the candy coated click, but y'all shady. Y'all are shady, but you can't out-shade me. Sorry. You can't. You can't do it. Okay. And I've been noticing. Never mind. That's kitchen table talk. I'm gonna leave. I ain't gonna talk about everything. Okay. So Jamie is for the fans that were confused, not by me, but by Kandi's own post, her own flyer, her own graphic. They were thinking, okay, speak on it is no longer free, which was not the case. This members only live is just an extra piece of content on top of the free content, right? But this is what kind of sent me. So Miss TB said, speak on it is free. She's charging on I Am Kandi's channel, which I said that in the video, but nobody listens to me. Y'all be all the way wrong on these people's internet. Nobody was wrong. She most likely going to catch her haters paying whatever. Okay? Listen, it is not my fault that Kandi's own fan base feels like she's greedy. That's not my fault. It is not my fault that Kandi's own fan base, and if you watch the video, I defended Kandi. I said, if she wants to charge for a piece of content, whatever the content may be, that is her prerogative. That is her choice. I am a content creator myself. So how can I judge another content creator for charging for their content? I actually defended Kandi. I publicized the fact that she was charging for content, and maybe Jamie or somebody else didn't like that, but defended her at the same time. But it's more to it. So someone says, oh, thanks for clearing this up, whatever, which, not my job to clear it up. That's Kandi's team to, they need to be clearing that up. Right? And so House of Glam, Jamie, she was in the comments clearing it up. Speak on it has always been free. And the people that read see that. Ooh, Because was that shade, Phaedra? Was that shade? Speak on It has always been free, and the people that read see that. Jamie, I love you, girl. I love you, girl. Because Jamie actually helped facilitate the Kandi interview. So I love Jamie for that. Jamie's dope. But Jamie, was that shade? Was that shade, Phaedra? And I already feel shaded by Don Juan because I DM'd Don Juan, you know, wanting him to give his perspective on the SWV escape situation. He done left me on red, child. And I'm like, ooh, the Kandi Coded clique is not really feeling the house of Aaron as of late. But the bottom line is that we did read. For those of us that read, it said, speak on it. Members only. Live on May 7th. We did read. I read out that this was on her vlog channel where she gives, you know, her life updates and her vlogs and stuff like that. We did read. Yeah, we did. We know how to read over here. So if there was confusion about what was going on with Kandi's channel and Kandi's content and whatever else is going on, that confusion did not come from over here, which that's how I feel. I feel like I'm being blamed for causing chaos and confusion. I'm being blamed for contributing to, you know, the confusion because the folks feel like Kandi's greedy and she don't need to be charging for content and whatever. I did not contribute to that narrative. Okay, if people are confused about what's going on with Kandi's content, it's because of this flyer. Anywho. And anybody has something smart to say, you're gonna get blocked. I'm gonna just let y'all know right now, I'm not in a good mood. I'm gonna just let y'all know right now, this is one of them days. I haven't taken something personal in a really long time because I usually, you know, some people be feeling like, why don't you do the lives and why don't you do this and why don't you do that and you don't talk to us and you're so distant. It's because I try not to take my work personal. I try not to take things personal. I just try to get on here and report what I see and give my opinion on it. So I try to distance myself from YouTube just a little bit, right? Not get so personally involved in it because, you know, it's not personal for me. So I haven't really taken anything on YouTube personal in a while, but I take that personal because I feel like my integrity is being undermined. I have a fortune cookie. Do these take? Ew. A long time acquaintance thinks highly of you. Oh wow. Interesting. A little that was a bit of a letdown, but okay. So y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about that situation in the comments down below. Yeah, I took that personal. Cause I'm like, I feel like I'm being blamed for something. I feel like, you know, I'm being shaded a little bit. You know, and then somebody else was under my comments dragging me in the channel. And I was like, you can really kiss the blackest part of my ass. Okay, how Candace Dillard ballot. Candace Dillard Bassett. You can kiss the blackest part of my ass. Okay. Don't try to compromise like I just be pulling shit out of my ass. Don't ever try to make it seem like, now, if I pull some stuff out of my ass, I will outright say this is a theory. I don't know this to be true, but it's a theory. But I don't pull shit out of my ass. And I was never, I never misunderstood what the situation was with Kandi and her content. The fans did. I did not. Okay. One thing about House of Aaron, I'm never going to get on here and make a bold-faced lie. And let me talk about the titles real quick. I don't know if any of you guys are in the business of YouTube, but my titles, I don't lie in my titles, number one. Okay. I do take creative liberty in my titles, but I don't make bold-faced lies. Right? If Carlos King says that Kandi is spreading misinformation, based on the definition of misinformation, which is the intent to deceive, he is calling Kandi a liar. So yes, I will say Carlos King called Kandi Burruss a liar. That's not a lie. I didn't lie. That title didn't come out of my ass. If there's a flyer going around that says, Kandi speak on it, members only, that means that she's charging folks for a speak on it live on May 7th. That is not a lie. I didn't pull that out of my ass. So stop trying to make it seem like I pull stuff out of my ass. I'm not confusing the fans. The flyer confused the fans. Okay. Now that I got that off my chest, I think that's all that I wanted to talk about. We talked about MAGA. We talked about Kandi. And congratulations again to Kandi for the Tony Award. Really and truly and honestly, that is very, very dope. Like, really, like, super inspiring to see a Black woman go on the television screens and say, I want an EGOT. And you actually see her doing what it takes to achieve that. I think that's very powerful. So shout out to her for that. I can't see, I'm blind. Yeah, my integrity, I kind of feel like was slick attacks. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And that's okay. And that's why I have my platform, so I can set the record straight. You know, I'm doing my Kandi. Kandi sets the record straight with her speak on it. I'm going to set the record straight on the House of Aaron. All right. Love you guys. Let me know how y'all feel about everything. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day.